Now, I've had some varied, interesting assignments, which, well, gave me a direction and inspiration. I used to work in an antique shop, huge, big consortium, lots of dealers. And when I worked for them, they had interesting assignments for me, as did the interior designers at the big fancy furniture store. This was just a huge junk shop, basically. There was some nice items, but it was the community that was really important to me because I didn't make any money because people were going from one garage sale, picking up stuff and hawking them at another one. So I was in the middle, kind of fixing stuff once in a while. It was fun. And I learned a lot of, well, I received inspiration and information. So one of my clients comes up to me. Hey, Francis, I got this really beautiful mirror. I look at this mirror. It's gorgeous. It's a Baroque filigree frame, huge, heavy. There's a crack in the mirror in the corner. He says, do a painting on it. I'll see you later. He never gave me any pressure, so I worked for him. People that gave me pressure, I got rid of them. He never gave me any pressure, so he says, do a painting on that because I can't really sell it with the crack, and it's a beautiful frame, it's antique. Okay, cool. I don't hear from him. I put the thing, it collects dust in the corner. I'm actually working, I'm a freebooter in an antique shop. I have my own little deal, and I give the owner a cut. It was great. So I store the thing. Well, he comes back a few weeks later. Did you ever work on that thing? And I said, because he's not giving me a lot of pressure about it. I said, I don't know. What do you want me to do with it? He says, I want you to do a painting on it. I said, what kind of painting? I want you to do an abstract. An abstract? He says, do an abstract on it. You don't want a ship or a landscape or something? Because I was working on glass at that time, but I was doing real stuff, a lot of realism, and I wasn't really getting into the abstract until this guy says, just throw some paint over the crack. And I'm telling you, when I took that thing and I threw a bunch of paint on it, and then I started sculpting the glass that was coming through. Now, this is kind of what it looked like. This is just a cheap mirror that I purchased a couple of them and threw them together. Now, this is with sculpting implements, and this one up here is dry brushed on that mirror there, that silhouette of that clipper, that Hove 2 clipper. This guy is on a mirror, and when I move my observer platform, well, the whole darn studio goes with it. And that is when you start seeing stuff. That's particle and wave. And this is the wave principle that I'm talking about with working with glass. And then, of course, you have the other wave principle working with the abstract. It's like, what is it? Well, it doesn't matter. And that's really the fun part of it. So that's when I started getting a triple binary. This width, this length, and now this depth. This is actually part and partial to texture. This provides a depth, but it's a real depth because I can see the other side of the room in there. And if I do something like this, I don't know, do I show up in there? I have a bunch of mirrors around here. And where am I? Oh, there I am. See? So when I'm working with mirrors, there's a lot of interesting things going on. And when you do abstracts, well, it's even a lot, quote unquote, better. Now, this guy, this clipper ship I did years and years ago, and it looks so good as half of a mirror and just the sky back there. I never really pursued it. But it looks cool. That was with a brush. Abstracts are really interesting, especially when it comes to mirrors. Particle wave E equals mc squared on reflections. In a whole nother world. There's a whole nother world shining through that glass. I have several that I have in storage that I'll bring out on later lessons. A lot of them they look frosted. That's what I love about brushwork on glass too, is you get this frosted effect that glazes over the glass, and there's just enough of the glass coming through so it looks frosty and luminescent. Get ready. There's some crazy stuff going on in the Grandpa's Magic Garage here. Particle wave equals mc squared later.